YouTube's giving me trouble with the stream key. There we go. Hey, I think there's a stream going on. Audio. I hope that's loud enough. This could be bad. Do. Audio. I hope that's loud enough. Okay. Maybe I'll make it a little bit. There we go. Okay, why is this frozen? Live. Okay. I think that's going. Welcome to the work bed. The workbench has been buried for a few years. Crazy. One of these days I'll get the story on here. I say something and I hear myself talk, like normal. We also have camera B. Hello. Oh, sure. Perfectly lined up over here. I got box. I just realized I probably should be careful about the label. It's a kind of a nondescript box, which is kind of nice. Now, it's a framework, so there's some assembly required. I opted to go for the assembly. I figured I would enjoy it. They sent goodies. A nice little poster. Stickers. There's the camera. More stickers. Neat little patch. Gonna have to find a place for this. Documentation, and I believe this was a general neat little I don't know if that's going to come out. It's got general, like, these are the ports and stuff. Okay. Let's get this back in the envelope. All the packaging looks like it's pretty much cardboard. Finally. And let's go overhead. I think that's visible. We got the bezel, keyboard. I went with the number pad, keypad thing. I love the nested packaging. This is quite nice. We got all the little modules across here. Over here, we got SSD, power cords, a nice right angle USB-C to straight, and then IEC connector. Somewhere I have a document that shows me which which number that is. Might be easier to look it up. IEC. Oop. File name. There we go. This is what everybody calls the Mickey Mouse. It's the connector is female, is a C5. So this is a C5. So that's a C5, the Mickey Mouse. And then it's a nice, neat little power brick. Well, here's an iPhone 13. I thought it was going to be bigger. It's actually nice size. And then this has got the IEC C6. That's what that's called, a C6. Okay, that there. It's just cardboard. Keyboard, bezel, number pad, modules, that's the screwdriver tool. Interesting. Ooh, it's got a little reversible bit, and then that goes in there, and then you got the little flat spudger. That's thin. Okay, then this lifts up. We'll put that over there. Framework. It's got some heft to it. And then, oh, I should switch cameras. We got bog standard RAM. Although it is labeled framework, they probably ordered enough that they could order it branded. I know I can upgrade the RAM later, but it wasn't ridiculously priced like Apple. So I figured, well, we'll do the 32 and that ought to be pretty good. Okay, I think that's it. Nice box. There was some shipping damage, but it held up. Let's see. Put this here. Let's see if I can show you the damage. There's a bit of a corner here and some creasing, but that went in. But I think it survived, so. Gotta make it look good for video. So let's see, we have type A, micro. You have to have the Ethernet, HDMI, USB-C, 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 and audio. I forget which configuration I was thinking of. I was thinking, okay, this is driving me nuts. I was thinking mostly USB-C, one USB-A, and then having the Ethernet, and then SD card and HDMI and audio might get swapped around. The problem with USB-C is laptop manufacturers need to know to put way more than 2 of them on laptops. 2 is not enough. You're going to eat 1 with your power cord, and now you got 1. So 4 should be the minimum. 2 on each side, maybe 1 on the back. Yeah. So I have the MacBook Pro 2019 Touch Bar, and it's got 4. And that's enough. I wish there was more. Built-in HDMI hasn't really been an issue. I can live without that, because I figure I'm going to be getting a dongle out half the time anyway. I've had Macs for a while, so you'd need the VGA, mini VGA to VGA adapter, or the mini DisplayPort to VGA HDMI DVI. So it's like not that much bigger a deal. And then I have, I knew I was going to refer to something and think that it might be nice to have on camera to point it out. I have this little travel dock from UNC. It's got 2 USBs or 3 USBs, and then you got Type-C docking, and the cable's interchangeable, so you can use the little short one. Which camera? You can use the short one, or you can put like a little bit of a longer cable on. And then it's got 2 SD card slots. The larger version has the Ethernet. The larger version has 3 USBs. Both versions has SD card. I feel like I'm missing something out. But it's like not that big, and you're carrying it already anyway. The Ethernet adapter. It's clear. I wish somebody would figure out to put Ethernet ports on laptops and make them PoE powered, so you could charge your laptop through PoE directly. I think that would be handy. I mean, that's mostly what I'm using the dock for anyway, is power and Ethernet. HDMI, I'm okay with that being a dongle, because HDMI ports can get abused. Having it on a dongle means it's less likely to need to be replaced. Yeah, it's kind of like a port saver. HDMI, USB-A. I have, oh, I can't pull it out. I have these USB drives with both A and C on them. So that's like 90% of the stuff that I need to plug in right there. If I need to have adapters, it's what you plug in is not that much lately. So Ethernet power, those are kind of like the Ethernet power, USB-C. I do like a headphone jack. I wish that was... I wish the headphone jack was integrated, but I understand what they did with the modules. I just... You're eating up an entire module for just one audio jack, which is kind of... I wish they had a Type-C pass-through or a Type-A. Like, I wish they could combine either audio and A or audio and... Audio and A would probably be the best one to combine, unless they do HDMI and audio. that would be the other, because I think a lot of people would be using HDMI and they might need audio as well. Failing that, the next common combination would be USB-A and audio. So let's see if I can get a good shot of these. That's all the different modules that I picked up. They have more, but that made the most sense. Let's see, I think I was thinking Type-C on both sides. I'll have to look. I think I made a note of where I was thinking to put the modules. So that's that. Bezel. Couldn't decide on the bezel. I wish they had a green or transparent. I ended up going with the black. Yeah. It's flimsy, but it's solid. Little switchies for the camera and the microphone. That's neat. Let's put that there. Really, I'm like surprised. Like, this is the most packaging so far. Now, oh, I need a knife. We'll go for the number pad, keypad thing. It's so thin. Okay. Cool. This is going to take some getting used to. They're all blank. I figured I'd program a numerical keypad and then do the, and maybe I could have a programmed button to do an overlay. And so I'm already using the number pad for OBS. So, I mean, I might as well keep using those keys. But then again, I like to use the number pad, so I might program some other keys on another layer. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. But I just need, I guess I would need to assign key functions that aren't used and then assign those in OBS. And then I have to figure out how to do like a layer. Now this is what's going to take some more getting used to. This is both a challenge to myself and I had to do it. I'm a touch typer. Let's see where I'm going with this in a minute. This is going to take some getting used to. There is no lettering on this keyboard. Ooh. One of the keycaps is not snapped in. Is that the only one? Hey, that's a benefit with the clear one. You can see how to put it on. It snapped in, but it didn't hook. Let's see. I think they gave me a tool to fix this already. I'm sure this is not intended for this. I just being very delicate because I don't want to snap these. There it goes. One tab, two tab. That seems nice and tight. Might actually last. I've had a few of these where I've like tried to get them and that you end up breaking the little tabby things that snap in. It just looks like the factory, it didn't get hooked on the top, or maybe it popped out during shipping. So I just got to rehook. Which way does this go? Hook the top and snap it back in. There it goes. There. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was saying that this is going to take, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. I can kind of like figure out where the keys are. I worked on somebody's computer where a lot of the keys were worn away and from just use, and I was doing okay for the most part, kind of figuring out where they are. Password entry will be a pain, but that's what Bitwarden's for, or other password managers. A little bit of dust there, or cardboard. Yeah. Okay, keypad. I like this. It's like mostly cardboard that I don't feel bad having to keep around. I could probably get rid of most of it. Just occurred to me, if I wanted to use the iPad to look the instructions up, I can't. I decided to stream from the iPad. This is primarily going to be a OBS system, although it might end up being a gaming system for the whole 2 games that I play. Put that over here. I'm going to attempt to run Linux with dual boot Windows, but I'm going to attempt to run Linux from the get-go, and then only if I run into trouble switch over to Windows. Oh, this just feels so... It feels awesome. It's thick and has substance. Can I get it out without... Switch over there. Oh. Linux installation, Windows installation, start here. That's cool. And yes, I went with the extended GPU. Type C? Okay. There's no ports. Oh, okay, there's a little locking tab for the modules. It's it reminds me of the Lenovo Legion. I think it's Legion. But it's got a bit more heft to it. Oh, it's nice. Let's see. Oh no! There's no keyboard. Oh, I wasn't expecting this whole panel. Oh, that's neat. It's a clear panel. Let's see. I'm feeling like I should open the instructions, just open the instructions. Focus. Wait, do you have to unlock your phone to be able to use the QR code reader? That would be something new in one of the updates. You'd think it would just ask you to unlock. Copy. There we go. We get the little tabby things. Then we have to make sure we have the whole address selected. And it's not. Copy. Okay. Set up your pre-built. Go to guide. Downloads. Setting up your DIY edition. Go to guide. Installing Windows. Installing Linux. I was looking at the little side panels and I couldn't find any that I really liked. I wish they had photos that you could enlarge and kind of better angles of the photos so you can kind of see what you're going with. And the nice thing about this is it's one of the few laptops with a trackpad can remain centered with the keyboard off-centered with the numerical pad, because they always move the trackpad centered with the keyboard, which makes no sense. Keyboard. No. I can probably put the bezel on. And oh, for a second there, I thought I was on iFixit. They're using the same kind of layout. Difficulty, moderate. Steps, 24. Suggested time. Sections, introduction. Setting up the 13, blah, blah, click here, blah, 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 unboxing. Let's see, we got the two panels, the number pad, keyboard, modules, screwdriver, memory, SSD, adapter, bezel. You go find, This might be a better angle. Depending on what you ordered, bezel, one comment. Didn't get the screwdriver. Oh, I feel bad for you. Although, they'll probably send it out. After unboxing, assemble the power adapter. Really? Really? We have a video for assembling the power adapter? Oh. Okay, it doesn't have sound. For a second there, I thought it was muted. Okay, so assemble the power adapter. Let's make sure I get this on video. I plug that in there. I plug that in there. Ooh, assembled. Okay. Opening the deck latches. Remove the clear plastic tray cover. Open the deck latch. The plastic tray is made of consumer PET and is highly recyclable. Remove the touchpad spacers. It's a short video, but I kind of wish they had pictures. Although that is kind of subtle. I wish they had some pictures of that, like, closer up. Okay, so to remove it, slide them down. You slide them down. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's just kind of an aluminum panel blank. Also looking, oh, that's like a rubbery pad. That's kind of neat. I'll have to look and see what they have. Okay. Is the touchpad. That's just showing the 3-second clip, just showing that. And that's out as well. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, microphone's here. AMSNR, AM, that thing. No buttons, just a large button. That's nice. You got the back. Okay. Oh. Yeah, let me break my laptop screen with the new laptop. Although that's sort of how I felt this afternoon when it did its thing again. I have the MacBook Pro here, and I have a USB-C dock with from OWC, and if I look at it, the cable moves just enough to cause the whole system crash. It's been driving me nuts. Okay, so back on topic. Note the latches need to be unlatched for the trackpad and mouse to slide out. How does it? Oh, okay. I don't know if I can get that for you. Let's see. So this is the latch mechanism. Allergies. Pollen these days out here. Okay, remove the latches. Oh, did I get you a good picture of the inside? The cable is labeled with the number 1 to indicate that it should be disconnected before the mid-plate fastener. It's important to disconnect the cable before removing the mid-plate. That's that part which number 1 indicated. It's important to disconnect the. Oh, it just lifts up. Okay. Oh, I see screws. Pulling too hard will defeat the protective adhesive and disconnect the lower part of the cable, which puts extra wear on the ZIF connector. Want to disconnect before the mid plate, as leaving it attached could damage the cable. Loosen the fasteners. Do not use power tools. I don't want to challenge somebody, but it seems like that would be a challenge. These fasteners are captive. Hooray! Meaning they will remain attached, like they should be. I see all sorts of numbers, so I'm going to guess 3, 6, 2, 14, 12, 8, 9, 13. Okay, there are numbered 2 through 17 since the mid-plate cable is numbered. Oh, okay, the cable counts as 1. Okay, I can see what they're going there. That makes sense. Watch me undo, how many? 17 screws. And then we'll watch paint dry later, which is actually quite fascinating. Although to truly enjoy paint dry, you need to go watch the Linus video where he rants on the paint. Okay, this is a little like chew your hand up, but it makes sense from the if you're just holding it like a normal screwdriver. forcing myself to use the tool. I could go grab my iFixit kit, but I should say I am sponsored by nothing. I paid with this my own, well, almost my own money. I had to borrow money because somebody owed me money, and they're playing, oh, I don't have any money now that I've done their event 5 times since the new year. They did finally pay me, but they didn't pay me all of it, so I have to go and be like, hey, you still owe money, which is going to be fun. You have a past due balance, because everybody loves the hearing that. I don't know how they could read it. I like that it's got all that surface, but I'm just holding it wrong. I don't know if there's a way to redesign that. Am I supposed to remove? It's got numbers there. Yeah. I probably missed one or two. Or not. Captive screws. It takes... I don't know why everybody doesn't do that. It makes no sense to me. Okay. I'm trying not to go ranty. Carefully lift the mid plate, bottom plate to the side. One comment. Snug enough to the edge of the case that the mid plate didn't lift out without resistance. Oh, well, mine came out smooth. Install the SSD, optional, secondary. Install the primary SSD. Okay. Got to check how far the hinge goes. It's not bad. Could have, would have been nice to go a little further, but then again, it doesn't need to. That's still got a decent bit of angle. Okay. SSD. Ooh, would this be sharp enough to... Yes. I've already lost my knife underneath something. Oh no, static electricity. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like trying to think if there's anything metal I can touch that's actually grounded. Okay, we got memory, storage. Okay. Make sure the notch on the then screw the T5 bit using the T5 bit on the screwdriver. Unscrew the fastener. Use the screw primary notched line. Once properly inserted, the up. Use a finger to gently hold the module down. Screw it back in. I think they should probably swap primary and secondary SSD on here. Unlike the primary slot is angled the opposite way once secured. The fastener that already have been removed in the video. Make sure the blue... yes. Yes, at least one person mentioned make sure the blue film thermal pad is protective cover was removed. Now, the primary one has 7 comments. I had an opposite problem with 3 people a thread. When threading the screw, it was stripped super easy. The lower screw, fine for the secondary, but the primary slotted. Hold the screws not coming off. Note there's a thermal pad for the SSD. Mine had blue plastic film. Yep. Okay, so somebody mentioned it on both. Blue plastic film needs to go on the list of things that needs to be done. It says storage, memory. I feel like I'm missing the secondary storage spot. That's the primary. Where's the secondary first? Unlike the primary, the storage is not at an angle. Did they use the same? Oh, okay. That makes sense why they have that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing this is... Okay, that needs some clarification. There's a thermal pad. Let's go with this one. Image control. Oh, I can't boogie in anymore. There's a thermal pad here for the secondary SSD. And then there's one on the back for that one. Okay. So that's not going to make any contact. So I might as well just fold that down and tuck that in there. And then this one can go here. That's a neat way to nest them. And that makes sense that they put the instructions the other way around. Ooh, that is in there tight. Oh, then again, it's not going to rattle loose. I was going to try and do this without the instructions, but then again, I'm a sucker for seeing how bad the included instructions are with assembling furniture. Okay, that's in there. Does this say optional? Well, I'll give them credit. It says optional, although they should make a note that this needs to be done before the primary. Unlike the primary, the slot is not angled. Place this in flat and against the slot as shown in the video. I looked away at the right. Yeah, so the bottom's a slide in and the top's a wedge. They probably should note something like this needs to be done before the primary one, and that the film needs to be removed. Although not nearly as bad as leaving the protective cover on the GPU or CPU. To install the primary, module bound. I got that tight. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Install the memory. We're using GDDR5. 4 is not compatible. That's another thing. I ordered the memory. I ordered the memory because I figured rather than having the source DDR5, I would just get it with the computer. And then as things get cheaper later, that's where I put it. Always cut away from yourself. Cut towards your bro, not towards your toe, or something another a wise British guy said. Blah blah blah. Memory goes in. Nope. Remember, channel 1 will stick. Will need to be inserted upside down. 9. Raise up 20. The first boot after installing the memory will take longer. Install the mid plate. Oh, so it's a full-size stick carrier, and then we have a half height, half meat. That's an interesting way of packaging. Nope, 50-50 shot, and I went the wrong way. And again, I opened the package on the wrong side. That's not a bad way to do it. Then you have one carrier size, and then you just put the insert in. That's cool. It's been a while since I've bought RAM in package form. This is the one that goes upside down, stupid. Okay, RAM's in. Mid plate. What's this about the mid plate? Oh, okay, like, place the mid plate on the section aligning the hole in the mid plate with the 2 guideposts. Okay. Maybe I'll take a picture for prosperity. Rotate. Oh. Like, it's popping up a QR code thing. I, like, totally forgot that there's a big giant one on the battery. The number of useful QR codes, I'm sure, is... At least they're all over the place. On the memory, the main board. Oh. Wow, those fan blades are super, super thin. I would show you, but I don't know if I could. The number of laptops I've had apart. This is a little speaker go. This is nice. So that's the board. Connectors. Oh, each. Okay, so they have this speaker routed to this one and then one connector. Okay, this. Okay, so that connector goes to this panel. And that notch lines up, so what's below? Yeah, that's for the... I keep losing the little screwdriver thing. There it is. Which is excellent for this. And that little pad will cool the... Well, there's not a lot of dies on the SSD, so that goes in. Okay, work my way around with screws. Oh, captain screws are amazing. Captain screws. Captain. I have one viewer, probably myself. I just like Well, I could go grab the cameras and live stream the live streaming laptop assembly. Yeah, why not? Saves on editing. Then I have to decide whether I want to keep the individual files. I'm just going like finger tight, like I'll get to a point where I'll stop and then I'll just kind of give it that little extra little, like, just let my fingers go. Let's see, I don't know if I can show this. This one might be better. So I'm just kind of going, doo, 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 and then it'll stop, and then I'm just gonna, like, giving it a little, like, extra, and it doesn't want to go any further, then it's in. Oh, it would be terrible to break the screen on a brand new computer. But wait, it's a framework. I could just order a new screen. One thing, if you're doing screws, you can kind of run them backwards and they'll kind of settle into their groove, and then you can switch directions and they'll screw in easier. Really, really good to do that until you get the feel for it. It helps with not stripping them out. And once a slot's stripped a bit, it kind of always wants to go in cantiwampus and fight a bit. Because you're essentially retapping the screw threads, either the screw or the hole. I could put some stream appropriate music on. Yes, it's licensed. Seems fitting. Okay, that's tight, that's tight. That's tight. You want them snug so they're not going to wiggle loose, but not like ninja grip. Okay, I did that one, I did that one. I think that leaves the front ones. A lot of this is patience and just taking your time. Try not to make sure you missed anything. Okay, so let's go back to here. Instructions. Okay, using the pull tab, gently press the connector back down. Okay, that's exactly where I thought we were going. Although I have to get my finger under this tab. That went in rather soft. Like it went in, but it like, there's nothing positive to say, I'm in. That's just a choice connector they used. Bring it down, connect to the main board. Yeah, that's that. Tighten the mid plate fasteners. Oops. Place the, yeah, I jumped a step. Install the keyboard. Please see our guide here on possible input module configurations. Holding from the pull tabs at the bottom of the keyboard module, line it up with the dashed edge guide printed on the metal plate. Note that you can align the keyboard so that it's either along the left edge, right edge, or centered. Do I want this configuration? Or do I want this configuration? Well, I think I'm going to go to the other one, but part of me is like, I could choose later on. So, okay, line it up with the notches along the top of the keyboard will fit into the corresponding alignment underneath the ventilation plate. Lower the keyboard gently into place. It should snap and magnetically sit. Oh, okay, magnetic. Now this, I do want a video for. Okay, helps to put it in the right way. Made with Heart by Framework Team. Come join us, Jobs. There it goes. Okay, I see how that works. That's snug. And then the modular. Next install the 2 LED matrix module number pad, whatever combination. I keep putting them upside down. It just, for some reason, I want to put that at the top. Okay, that was much more positive. Okay. Keyboard was a little trickier. And place the trackpad module. It feels nice. Again, this is another configuration. Go this way or that way. This way, that way, that way. Let's see. There's what everybody does when they put a number pad on a laptop. There's centered, and then there's the opposite centered. Off-centered. Now I'm really starting to feel the magnets here. Does it go on that easy? Like that almost feels too easy. Slight downward pressure to keep the trackpad panel flat. I blinked and the video was done. Yeah, that's it. Remember that the input dock latches should still be open at this point. Track mode could be installed either directly below, offset, blah, blah, blah. Trying to keep it. Let's confirm that your key... Like the keyboard, you can confirm it's properly aligned when lining it up to the dashed lines. So there's a good album to choose. There we go. And there's that. Just like the trackpad, side pleasure slide, blah, blah, blah. We got 8 comments on the trackpad and 1 on the... Spacers don't seem to fit properly. Check that you've tightened the underlying middle plate. Okay, that's a good comment. I think so. Open touch one of the spacers. I tried to get a keyboard left alignment. But this wouldn't work. Seems like people are having issues with monitor cannot be mounted any further. Oh wait, the keyboard all the way to the right and the number pad all the way to the left, and the trackpad won't fit anywhere. Okay, close the input latches. Yep, already did that. Open the framework laptop lid to more than 90 degrees to attach the bezel. Okay, I almost think they could have done the, and it's almost worded like this should be first. A matte screen. Bottom first, top, yep. Oh, I forgot to look at the oh. Okay, we got the microphone, the camera, looks like another microphone with the little light sensor. Oh, that's cool. The there's little sensors, so there's no actual switches. It's just using a little Hall effect sensor to like on and off. As I definitely realized that I might have just offended somebody with a hand saying in a European country. Oh, I didn't quite get this one on here. That's better. Same here. I'm not sure I've got that edge in there. Let's pop this out. How's this? So that's latching there. The fitment of that leaves a little to be desired. There's a slight edge over here on either side. I think that's just the metal line, the curve. I'm pretty sure that's latched in. Actually, there's just a little bit of a curve in this. Let's check your warranty. Can you go get that warranty paperwork from the back room? I'm just gonna slam your refrigerator door a few times. Yeah, it was kind of bowing a little bit. That was a reference to what was it? how things work. The British guy who makes the little game things, the mechanical. And he did a little video series on how stuff works. Okay, bezel's in. Okay, expansion cards, blah blah blah. Insert the expansion cards. Important to make sure the expansion card latches are open. That's the these things. Know that some expansion cards only function in certain slots, so please make sure the reference article this. Totally confused on what goes where regarding the expense cards to us. Pebs, it would be useful for a guide as to what goes where. Yeah. On the locations, the module. Yeah. Let's see what this. No. This is like a little configuration website. High power consumption, USB-A, USB-A. Higher power consumption? Oh, okay, those are... The USB-A uses more power. Let's see. This is where I think I configured it, and I made a screenshot of my configurations. Framework, file name contains. National Response Framework, framework invoice. Nope. Let's do image search with framework. No, I'm going to have to look at the screenshots. Let's do kind image creation date this year, kind PNG. I wish I made better point to label that. Name your files, it's important. Oh, I made a picture. I just happened to get lucky. I'm like, you can just barely see the corner of my screen. Again, trying not to have to edit anything. Screenshot, that's all on the Windows. Mac. So, Framework 16 now shipping. Oh, that was the newer one. Pre-order, PayPal. If I was smart, I would, as I label them, as I find them, I should label them. Delta Y. So it would help if I knew the date. And I kind of could go look that up, but I'm also being sort of lazy. Alan. T-Mobile. Software. Internet speeds. Live streaming event. It was before that. Battery. Nope. Maybe I'll look at my invoice and get the date from that. Because it probably is from a... Yeah, let's go that way. Oh wait, that was the better one to be on. No, let's see, invoices, framework. Welcome, redeem your license, order confirmation. Oh, 129. Oh, I might have to go back further. Ah, there's another framework one. I said to myself, I'm going to need to, if I figure out what's going where, it's going to be a whole lot handier if I take a picture of it. And then what did I do? I went and neglected to label it. Or... My, I've taken a lot of screenshots. Oh, those are not screenshots. Those are from the phone. Okay, so then it might not be a screenshot. It might be a PDF. That wasn't created this year, but it is labeled PDF.pdf. Shucks, might have to figure that out later. Okay, so all sectional emission flow. Well, I think, where did I put that stack? Well, I know one of them I was thinking. Let's see, this side is, I was thinking USB-C on here for the power. Oh, okay, so they have each one numbered. And so 240 watt charging, 240 watt charging, 240, 240. These two are lower speed, so that can be 6 can be A or 2, and 3 can be A or 2. So I think I was thinking, I like to have my power and stuff on. Higher power. This doesn't show where. So HDMI, or this shows DisplayPort, is in 1, 2, or 4. So I'm assuming DisplayPort and HDMI are across. This needs to have the HDMI on here. Yeah, yep. This comment is very fair. See, so I think I'm gonna put headphone over here. Higher power. Oh, I think it's higher power consistency in that. Please note the image religion facing you. This doesn't account for the SD card slot and the HDMI and the Ethernet adapter. Power. Oh, I'm putting it in the wrong way, that's why. Used to be 3. Oh, that's. This one's 4, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 2, Gen 3, then, yeah. So these two are Gen 4s, so those should be the USB Type-Cs. That way you get the most benefit. Then the next one down is 3.2. This sticks out a little much. But they have one. That's the important thing. So let's see, I got 3 card reader and HDMI and USB-A. So I think I was thinking HDMI over here. And then USB-A over here. That leaves me a C and micro SD to swap these two. So we lock that. We lock that. Getting messages. Are they text messages or other messages? There are other messages, I believe. Mute. Okay, back. Okay, so those are my... I probably will use I have a dual port card reader, full size and half size, micro SD and regular SD. So I'll probably use that because it's USB-C. And then UNI makes that. Or I can use the UNI dock, and that plugs in to Type C. So that's that. And then Ethernet over here. I'll have to experiment with the HDMI and see which port that would go in. Okay, so let's go back to here. Turn on the framework. Before powering, you will need to plug in the power adapter. Note that the two front expansion card ports do not support power input. If in doubt, check this guide. Power on the laptop by pressing the power button. First boot may take a bit longer. While the system recalibrates the installed memory. Install your operating system. Let's install Windows 11! Wait. Let's install Windows 11. But the only thing I like about Windows 11 is the speech-to-text mechanism and some of, I was going to say the UI, but a lot of it, like the notification area, where you have the 3 dots for wireless battery, and that opens up the same menu that's sort of stupid. I think they did that better in 10. The start menu is a mess. You can't move the bar up to the top. So I have a touchscreen tablet for mixing, and that puts that right there. I would love to move it up. So I'll probably be dual booting 10, 11, and Linux. I haven't quite figured out whether I'm going to do 10 or 11 on here. Let's see. Oh, I do like the Windows Explorer. Windows Explorer is not bad. There's some things that I like, but they just keep getting outnumbered. So, power. Attached Velcros. They feel like they're decent. That's nice. Oop, that one's loose. As I pull the network cable out running the cameras, or the power cord, I have the PoE switch on the same power strip. Ooh. It's not quite silicone-y, but it is still kind of nice. And a decent length. Oh, well, I was down there. I should have grabbed the... Gonna need an operating system. You know, now that I think about it, it's a good reason to get an A. I figured have at least one A port would be good. And yes, you can see that. I can see that. Did they tell me to take the little tabbies off on the bezel? I don't think they did. Align the corners. Make sure the corners in the edge of the... it does not... Woo! RGB. We're going fast now. Try a bunch of... Oh my goodness. Woo! Colorful. Bright. I wonder if I can change the brightness. Subtle. Just a subtle effect. Oh, the Ubuntu logo. That's weird. Xubuntu, I should say. I just downloaded it at the 24, I think it is. 24.0 something. The glare! I like the green background. I've been trying to upgrade my couple Linux systems. Ooh. Ooh. That's right click. Right click? No, right click is... Okay, so there's like zones. Oh, I don't think... Tab to click is not enabled by default. So it's... Well, it's so teeny tiny because it's scaled so small. Oh, what's the date time set to? March, May 30th, 5. It's an hour off, not bad. I'm realizing I did not grab an Ethernet cable. I can steal this one. Now my tablet's wireless. Nice. Well, with the USB-C sticking out, it's not so bad. Although, into bags, I'd be slightly concerned. But then again, it doesn't have a lot of wiggle. I might put some Captain tape on there just to stiffen it up on the side, so because it's got a, I don't know if I can get this. It's just got a slight bit of jiggle. Image control. Trying to do this without shaking the whole computer. There's a little light there. Looks like they did the same thing. Looks like they did the same thing on the other side over here. So there's a light on either side for charging. It's bright. The iBook G3, and I think that I want to say that the G3 line had a semi-opaque transparent keyboard, and then the G4s went to a solid white keyboard, but the semi-transparent looked great, so that's why I went with the clear keys. And yeah, it's so pretty. I really liked the transparent keys on the older style keyboard. It was just that, like, it was a nice little subtle look. I think what I'm going to do is print labels off with the Brother label printer and do letters. It's got the center key tabs. And I'll use the transparent backing, and I think those are, I think they have white and black. I can't remember which I have. Maybe use white letters, but that might not show up. So probably black. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Notepad. Accessories. I don't even know which one's the brightness. I'm going to have to print out a key map. Mouse pad. I'm by no means a typer, but my film off. Ooh, these have a little bit more spring to them than the MacBook keyboard, MacBook Pro keyboard. Well, there's more travel. I think there's more spring. It's nice. They're both nice. Command, oh no, Control A, backspace, Meta key, Windows key. So that's Control, that's going to be FN, that's going to be Alt. I don't know what these are. Arrows. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Oh, okay. It acts like a number pad by default. That's what I wanted to know. So you got numbers, numlock, and then slash, star, minus, plus, plus. Oh, they just duplicated that key. Okay. Enter, enter. That's also duplicated. Dot, 0, 0. Oh, okay. So those are two keys. Two keys, two keys, two keys. I wonder what these do. Oh, one of them opens the calculator. I did not know there was a calculator. Nope, nope. Oh, okay, that changes the lights. On and off, okay. I don't know how I got the calculator open, but I did. Okay, number pad on. That one opens the calculator. Multiple times. That's cool. Equals and backspace. Oh, good. So you got calculator, equals, and backspace. And I don't know what that does, but you turn this off, and then that turns out on and off, and then those don't do anything from what I can tell. Number pad. I'm gonna have to put a get a nice high quality picture of a regular keyboard and print that off, and label some of the function keys. You can just barely see that there's a little light there for the numlock. That's kind of nice, unless you're annoyed by numlock. Control W closes. Okay. I need to find out Linux keyboard shortcuts. Is Gpart on here? Gpart's on here. Wasn't expecting it to go vertical. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's a new function. That's kind of weird. Oh, house, help. FN, mute, volume. Brightness. There we go. That's a lot of white. That's a lot of white. Okay. Shut down. I don't think anybody came to join me, but thank you for watching after the fact if you did. I think I'm going to stop it here. Yeah, as soon as it goes off. Let's see. This doesn't say how long it's been on. this does hour and a half, not bad. Now I have to clean up. Oh, it's waiting for me to remove the drive, I bet. Yep, and then it goes off. Okay. Well, thanks for, I don't know, something.